It's me, Mario. It's me, Mario. It's me. Oh, hello there. Hi, Hippy here. Um, Unexpected reveal. Uh, I got opportunity to procure a Switch 2 um, on Wednesday last week, so I did, and it got delivered yesterday. So I've had finished work last night. I was up till 7 this morning playing around on it, having a little go on this and that. I got Mario Kart with it. Got the seemed like the obvious choice, wasn't it? Because get very cheap Mario Kart World, and also got Cyberpunk 2077, which was the main reason why I got it. It's going to be my Cyberpunk 2077 portable machine, because I've completed it on the Xbox Series X. When I originally had one of those, because I didn't get a PS5 straight away, because they're hard to get and everything. And then I playing through on the PS5 again. I bought it on the PS5 and then got the Phantom Liberty. So I'm right on the last mission of that, and so I got it for this as well. Reluctantly paid £60 for it. But yeah, it's great, awesome game. So I've got it on discount before, so it kind of only seemed fair to pay full price for it once. Yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna when I get some cash monies, I'm gonna get Pro 2 controller, Switch 2 Pro controller, whatever it's called. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get the tour thing. The thing that everyone's saying should have been a free pack-in, moaning about it. If you don't think it's worth the money, don't buy it. But yeah, I mean, they could have just added another £10, another £8 to the price, and then people would have moaned about that. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. But yeah, what are my initial first impressions on it? I think it's very sleek, very sleek. It's lovely. Like, I've got the old Switch here. I've got the old Switch here, albeit with the old side grips on. Horry. But yeah, look, that is a very old Switch. It's a bit unfair comparing it. But yeah, there's just actual size. Annoyingly, I was gonna get some just compare how snappy it is and everything, like both docked and handheld, but I've got a cable to connect it to the capture card, but no, putting that on the completely wrong way. You have to put it on you can't pull in that. So it's in the box. I'm not going to do a box reveal because it was just, everyone knows what you get in the box. You get HDMI cable, you get a USB-C to USB-C cable that plugs into that plug adapter. You get, I got the code for Mario Kart. You won't if you didn't get the Mario Kart bundle. You get the little controller bit, the bit where you connect the, don't know where I put it now. I won't use it. So I put it away. But like you slot the two Joy Cons into it, and it makes it like a kind of more of a pad. I don't really like it, to be fair. It just feels a bit flat. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. I'd rather I like having the freedom of just having both the controllers down by your side. You can just sit back and now, because of the way that you got the Switch with that cool kickstand, like you can literally like okay, maybe not that. Do you know what I mean? But look, I can just, and then I can be like, and I can just be playing, and I like that because I can just put my hands down by the sides, and you could just like chill with it more, like so. Like if you're in bed, you could have your covers over you, your duvet over you, and just have that perched on you, and then just play on it where you're like nice and snug, like like in the winter and that. But yeah, it stands a lot. It stands a lot better. I mean, let's get those side bits off of this. old school OG Switch. Oh no, this is not a good advert for it. The stand's actually broke, so I cannot demo for you how. But everyone knows, right, how crappy these kickstands were. I mean, look. I mean, if you had another one on the other side, it would make sense, right? Because it would just balance it better. But to have one there, just it made no sense at all. Yeah, it made no sense at all. But yeah, can have that is such a better kickstand, it really is. That's like not the that's the OG one, not the you know, not the OLED. Yeah. Um I kind of knew what to expect. I wasn't going into this expecting to be wowed, to be fair. I mean, wowed in my own way. Like I wanted it to be able to play like awesome graphics on the PS5. We use the Pro, even though it's not patched, but it keeps it right at the top of the resolution and frame rate. Like it just like that's my go-to when I'm playing on a big screen. I sit here, but if I just want to chill, do you know what I mean? Like I've got the I've got the Portal, and I got it for kind of this exact reason, to be honest with you. Like, and I love the Portal. It is a nice wish bit of kit. But yeah, it's obviously the size of it's a screen is no, I guess that's about the same. No, that's exactly the same. That looks. I mean, compared to the. No, it's not because it's got the bezel round on the. I don't know though. I'm thinking no, even with the bezel, look, it's looking the Portal. Anyway, yeah, it's just the Portal screen. It looks about it's on par with a Portal screen. Yeah, like for like, to be fair. But I like the Portal. The only problem with it is no matter how smooth it is, and it is very, very smooth, it is very smooth. And you can use it outside, like with an internet connection. But that's the problem. Tethered to the internet is not. It's not like what you want really. You want to be able to play it native. And I did consider getting a Steam Deck to play like Cyberpunk and rah rah, but they're really expensive and there's lots of faffing around, and some games are more compatible and you have to change settings. And I know in Cyberpunk you got performance and quality, but that's it. That's it. No more settings other than that need to be changed by yourself. And yeah, so the price of the Switch, like 390 without a game, and 430 with Mario Kart, or 380. It's a lot cheaper than a Steam Deck, do you know? And you get the benefit of getting Nintendo first party exclusives, and third party exclusives as well. And just the whole ecosystem. And that's the thing. It's like you're in one or two camps. If you want a portable, you want the simplicity of a console, and you want the Nintendo exclusives, you get Nintendo Switch. I mean, if you want the PC ecosystem, you got load of Steam games and GOG games and whatnot. Then you buy a Steam Deck or a PC handheld, in it. That's for you. Um, but I think it's slick. I think this is slick. I wasn't wowed in the same way the Switch 2, because this is very much a Switch 2. It's not like in the way that we're not used to with Nintendo. Like, I guess the NES and the SNES were the two closest, because the SNES and the 64, it was the 3D, which is what separated it massively, and then disk drives with the next one. And yeah, but it's just the same. I think that the one thing that I was more surprised about, I mean, Mario Kart, I'll do a separate like full review on that. Mario Kart's Mario Kart. Um, you know what you get with it. It's comfort food equivalent for gaming in it. And Cyberpunk, that's just an amazing game, amazing turnaround story, amazing game. And I just wanted to have it portable, running like very nicely, and it does run very nicely. The Everything's just really slick when it controls. Everything's really slick. Let me move that out, boy. Don't want to tread on the old OG. Everything's just really slick. Let me just get this up. Oh, that's the sound. So when you turn it on, it goes bleep 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 bleep. Yeah, you get like this little bleepy bloop bloop sound. And let's go down with that. So yeah. Where am I? Headphones. There we go. I'll use these ones. These are bad boys. No, bear with me. Just change over. Real tech. There we go. There we go. Let's check it's come out both. I can't. My hearing's different in both. That ear is not so good. There's that ear. Head injury. Fell over. Bashed my noggin. Anyway, that's done. Okay. Oh. Why won't it? Yeah, fuck that then. Right. Let's go back there. Yeah, no, I mean it's just it's kind of hard to get excited about it. Not because it's not good, because it's very good. It's just it's just more of the same, except just a lot better. Like unexpected things, like with Doom Eternal, like that was a blurry, oh, mess pile of shit before it was awful. It just looked, I mean, they were squeezing the Switch One with Doom, 2016 original reboot, like, but with Eternal they were proper like taking the mickey out of like what should be able to be done on the Switch. But it's the top resolution for it, which is admittedly a low resolution still. Um, but it looks good. Like, compared to what I remember it, yes, I could play it on the Xbox X and PS5 and it would look a hell of a lot better. Um, but then you play it down in portable. You know, so old games like going back, like Xenoblades, and I haven't got I haven't upgraded my to the expansion Nintendo Switch Online with the expansion thing to get that as part of it, and I'm not going to pay $7.99 because I'm going to buy the years. It's just they don't do the plus expansion things in months. It's just in a year, so I've got to wait to get that the end of the week so I can try that out. But I've tried it out with just the original Switch mode running on the Switch 2, and yeah, it runs better. It's just, it's running at the top end of its dynamic resolution all the time, and it's just running at the top, but it's got top frame rate, but it's just got a lot of aliasing. Yeah, like on the grass, like there's lots of foliage and grass in there, and there's just lots of like aliasing going on. It's like very, Animal Crossing looks lovely. Like they haven't really done anything to it, I don't think. From what I haven't read that there's been anything done to it, but that just looks lovely, being upscaled to 4K. Likewise with Luigi's Mansion, I really do hope they do something like bring out decent patches for those on par with this, as opposed to some of the other games. Like Mario Odyssey's just had like a resolution bump and HDR's been added. I haven't tried out Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze yet. That's a great little game if you get a chance. Like good little indie game. Good with touchscreen. Obviously, Lou Mines. I was going to give that a blast because it's coming out the new one, and it's got VR mode on PSVR 2. That is really good now. Again, that was kind of this was where I first played it, and it's a really good game. If anyone's not played it, it's very much its own unique game within the RPG kind of genre. But on the Switch now, like I'll do videos on it. On Switch now, it just looks a lot better. Like yeah, Mario just runs super smooth. The same with that's got a little patch for it as well. HDR added, 1080p output. But yeah, everything's just snappy. Like even you go into the shop, right there, you're in there straight away, and then you get like on the if you hover over any given game, you get like a little like this playing straight away, like a little video. Although to be honest, I do wish that they give the option to not do that. Like, yeah, like do you know, you could set the time for how long it is takes till it plays, because I just feel on edge. Like if it's night time, I've got the TV on, and then I just feel on edge coming into the shop, because if I leave it on it for even not even a second, it starts loading the video and blasting out sound, and yeah, that's I wish you could opt out of that happening. As fancy as it kind of looks, played on a demo Street Fighter 6, that is great. Yeah, it looks great on the Switch too. But yeah, you see, it's just snappy. Like you go around. Like I remember it being quite laggy on the Switch one, like all through the shop and everything. It seems quite bare bones. The shop at the moment seems quite bare bones. Yeah, by that I mean there's kind of like it doesn't really seem to be like. Well, I'll say that. I mean, there's these options here. Wish list. It kind of just again. It just underwhelming would be a very harsh word about the Switch, because it's not underwhelming. It's very good. It's just because it's so similar, and for me, the only thing that is it's different, like going back to there being massive differences between each Nintendo console before, and even with like Sony, like they might bring out the PlayStation 2, but the pads are vastly different. Like the design is vastly different. Like, but even with this, the design is pretty much the same. The dock looks sleeker. I always thought the original OG one looked just really. It was nice. Don't get me wrong. I love my Switch, my OG Switch. I loved it. Like, but it's just a bit. It is a bit toyish and tacky, you know. As the years went on, that's just become more apparent, and that's why they needed to bring out the light and the OLED. But yeah, I highly. Oh,
It's
No
always
Man's Sky is $15.99. Oh, I've got that on the PlayStation and the Xbox. I don't know if I'd play it. I play it mostly on VR, to be fair. But yeah, it's just all snappy. Boom, boom, boom. All goes through it. Like you got the. I'm gonna get the. Still doing the vouchers. Just get 2 games for 84 quid, which I never thought was that great value. But there isn't really much else to say about it. That's kind of it. I mean, like, give you a quick like. It's gonna load. Yeah. I think it looks fantastic. Like, even like, okay, I went and play on the PlayStation 5 and then went straight into playing on Switch 2, and yeah, I noticed the frame rate was different. Of course, I'm running at quality performance mode on the PlayStation, and it's running at 60 frames thereabouts, you know, for the most part. But well, yeah, we'll do on the Pro.
Good morning, Night City.
This is
Yesterday's
just,
body
it's
count
just
lottery
good.
rounded up.
Like, you know, like I can carry on now because of cross save. I can carry on exactly from where I was before on the PlayStation. What was I doing here? I'm not asking you. I had gone right on the last mission where we're setting up about taking down Maztec.
Attention Dogtown. This is Ben. Colonel Kurt Hansen is dead.
Yes, of course he is.
Kurt Hansen is dead. It's a dark day here in Dogtown.
It's a dark day. Yeah, just like see how. I mean, this is a. Oh, didn't see. Not paying attention. But yeah, I mean, it's nice, man. I mean, admittedly, I put motion blur on because, you know, like you see over there, look, you get like a bit of dodginess with that mark on the wall, but you get abnormalities, you know, like glitches on. But yeah, I love the gyros. Gyro controls are sweet. Yeah, I didn't really like them. They are definitely smoother. That's one thing. Yeah, the gyro controls are definitely smoother on the Switch 2, compared to the Switch 1. It's just snappy. I'm not unimpressed with it. I'm not underwhelmed. I think would be a very harsh word to use. It's expected, I guess. I got what I expected, you know. But more beside because it's a very capable machine, you know. For Cyberpunk 27 to be like a day one launch game is setting precedent for, you know, it's flexing its muscles on day one because that is a meaty game. Personally, I mean, regarding like the software, the launch lineup, it's very underbaked. I think that the Switch wasn't supposed to launch like now. I think, and I think this for numerous reasons, not just because of the launch lineup, although that is a big factor. It's one of the big factors, because the launch lineup was just. You can do it both now, both of them. The launch lineup, I didn't know that. I thought it was just the right one. That's good, you know. I am left-handed, so that's good to know. Yeah, but Launch lineup was just a bit lackluster. I mean, Mario Kart World said that it was supposed to have been a Switch 1 game. And I reckon that because of that, I reckon that Nintendo were thinking they could squeeze out Switch 1 a bit more. But then they got wind of Microsoft and Sony talking about entering into the portable console market, and they kind of shit a brick. Then they rushed out the Switch 2, hence why it's got a lackluster launch lineup. I think that was Mario Kart World was going to be a Switch 1 game as well, but they just canned that, so then there was at least one exclusive game on launch for the Switch. I think it was originally supposed to be like like handing the baton over like they did with the Wii U and Switch when they had Breath of the Wild. Zelda Breath of the Wild. I think they were going to do a similar thing like that with World, but they've had to just can it on the Switch to have the only exclusive first party game on the system, not including upgrades, because they're just they're not included. And the fact that Donkey Kong Bonanza wasn't released on day one, needed another month or so in the oven, right? And also, like, you can't use VRR on the TV yet. That was something that is because the Switch uses a USB-C converted to HDMI output. Yeah, it can't do the VRR at the moment till it's patched, but they patched it up with Steam Deck, Allo ROG, and all the other PC handhelds. Like, so the problem is there and it's been resolved. So the fact that it's not been they've not resolved the problem with the Switch 2 and launched it with that problem is just shocking, to be fair. It's one of your big games. Cyberpunk is using the 120 hertz mode with VRR, and it makes a difference on the portable mode. So it would definitely make a difference in TV mode. And also rumours that, well, not rumours, just people you hear, other content creators, and read articles that say the majority of developers don't have dev kits for the Switch 2. And I think that's because they were just caught off guard. They had to rush everything, and they had a few people that they were working tightly with, and obviously but where's their first party? Look at their launch lineup at the rest of the year. There's not really anything. You got Metroids, Metroid 4, and that's like another Zelda Breath of the Wild is coming out on the Switch 1 as well, right? So it's just going to be the Switch 2 edition. It's not even another exclusive. But yeah, I reckon it was released early. Not that you can tell, not that it's saying that there's anything like shortcuts or anything like that. I just think that explains, like, yeah, I think now the developers will be getting the dev kits because I think everything was just kind of brought forward a bit, several months unexpectedly. They needed to rush it forward, otherwise their shares were just going to plummet and the shareholders were getting scared. Rah. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. But yeah, it's a sleek bit of kit, and I do love these. I've not talked about these, have I? These are great. These are great. And before I do forget, there's one thing. I got it from my Nintendo. Look. They do. It's quite the snap into it's quite the snap into the so, like, you just got, how it goes. There's a little button at the back, pull it in, and then it's like, go crack. It's like, you don't, I ain't coming off nowhere. I think it's a screenshot. That's not coming off. You'd have to really want to take it off if you wanted to break it off. But yes, that was another thing I didn't like about the Switch, to give it that kind of like tackiness, was that, you know, these would wobble, wouldn't they? The Joy-Cons would wobble on the Switch itself, and then you could move them slightly up and down. After a while, that would just become looser, wouldn't it? Until eventually, like it would just like you could push it off sometimes, and it would just come off. No resistance at all, and the clicky button bit would just wear loose, but everything's just really nice. Like you've got the little card holder. It's just got this nice little sleeve that it kind of goes into now. You see, like this little metal bit, so it like nicely goes in there. Everything's just rounded off more nicely. Just, yeah. It's just refined. It's a refined Switch one. You know, it's gone away for a little while. It's had a lot of time to think about what it needs to be doing next, and this is what it's bringing to the table. But yeah, I really like it. It's really nice. Should you get one? I mean, yeah. If you like playing games, then yeah, it gives you more opportunity to play games wherever you want to go, doesn't it? Like, is it expensive? I don't think so, because when the Switch One come out, like it was old before it even come out, right? And then like this one is like much better. Then like when the Switch One come out, there was vastly superior like mobile technology out at the time already. And then now this comes out and it just feels nice. It feels chunky. It feels like not chunky like in size, but it feels like dense. Like it doesn't feel like you're gonna press it and it's gonna squeeze in. It's just like it feels like nicely made, nicely built. Feels nice in the hands. I thought it was always too small, the original Switch. My lanky fingers. This just feels nice. I am going to get the D lock, is it? The protective case for it. I have heard about getting scratches from the dock, but I've not got anything of the sort yet. My screen's looking good, but I've been very gentle with it until I get proper screen protectors. Actually, I might order some of them now. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. If you want to like Nintendo games, you like Mario, you know, like you'll love it. You'll love it. It's great. You can take it wherever you want. You're not tethered to internet or anything like that. You can just turn it on, play it, wipe it down, have it on the TV, put it out, go and have a crap, play on Cyberpunk. Amazing. That's all I want it for. So if you want an awesome Cyberpunk Sony 77 machine to play when you're not playing on the PC or Xbox or PlayStation at home, then I say it's more than worth the price just for that alone. But yeah, I will be back to review more games and stuff, and like just I'll get the old Switch One hooked up and do some side by sides, as opposed to like running Zelda without the Switch 2 edition patch and just running the Switch 1 version on a Switch 2. I'll run it on an actual Switch 1, so you get like the frame dips and whatnot as well. Oh yeah, and that's what I'm going to show you. This was actually my favourite bit. So I got it from My Nintendo because they seem to be the place to go to in the UK to get one. And they're limiting it to one per customer. But I forgot it was from My Nintendo, and this actually did make me smile. Look, opened it up. Yay! It's me. Love it. I mean, it's just red, isn't it, with Mario and My Nintendo? But yeah, it's always nice to be surprised by Mario. Anyway, I'm off. I've been Hyper Hippy. This has been the Switch 2. You keep on being despicably human, as will I. Ooh. Oodles are toodles. Go on, get out of here. I'm going. Go on.